Okay, everyone, we are here at Night Risers Film Festival in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and I am here with editor-in-chief. What's your whole title?
Co-head cheese.
There you go, co-head cheese of Headshrinkers Press. It's a bit loud in here. We are in the whole main hall for the thing, and so talk about your press company.
Well, we're an independent comic book company out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I am co-owner with Nietzsche Hawkins. We both co-own and we also contribute. We're both writers for the label. I write currently. I have a title called POTUS, Glen Reaper, and new to be released probably by the end of this year. My title, Right on Time, will be coming out. We have contributors from around the world, all over the United States. Gentlemen from Russia, New Zealand, Argentina. Then our color editor is actually from Nigeria. Yeah, so we always like to think of it as a small label with a global footprint.
It's awesome.
Yeah, the wonders of the World Wide Web.
I know, right? That's even good for me because I've met a lot of people who I hate hearing myself. I met a lot of people through Twitter and Facebook and Instagram who have helped me out with a bunch of getting pictures to put on my channel or updates from the parks. Yeah. So it's any community or comic book, theme park, it's really just helpful that there's a bunch of people that can help each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the way it has to be. Especially in a community, specifically like ours with comics. Great friend of ours by the name of Hi Mom.
Hi Mom. Can you give me the comics so I can show them?
Good friend of mine named Dirk Manning. He always talks about what an amazing medium, specifically comics are. What other medium can you go up to, pay $20 to get into a show, walk right up to the table where your favorite writer, artist, colorist is sitting and talk to them and have a one-on-one conversation? When's the last time you tried to walk up and talk to Brad Pitt?
Exactly.
Exactly. It will never happen. Unless you're a dying sick kid and Johnny Depp comes sees you in the hospital.
Exactly.
You're never going to get to talk to him one-on-one. Here, you can walk up, shake our hand, buy a book directly from us. And that's the thing, is the comic community is such a small group, and it's a niche group. Yep. But they're very supportive of one another for the most part. There are people out there, but you hear the stories at least. Thank goodness I have not come across that cutthroat side yet. Yeah. Hopefully I don't, but
Well, talking about POTUS real quick, what's it about? And this is the cover of it.
POTUS, President of the United States. It's about it's a 12-page ash can, all black and white, simple, quick read. The president is meeting with the president of a foreign country that has been known to support terrorists. They're trying to come to some accord to get them to cease such activity. Yeah. They can't. So the POTUS has an address the nation, and on live television executes the foreign dignitary.
That's awesome.
And then he proceeds to close the country and put everyone on notice. Wow. If you're here illegally, you have 30 days to get out, or you're a fugitive. If you're conducting illegal activities, you are now a fugitive of the law. Pretty much declares mass martial law, get out or we're coming for you. If you need foreign aid, too bad, we're done helping you, we're helping ourselves. Everybody go away. We're closed for business.
Wow.
So that's kind of the gist of it. There's no ending. He declares this and then the book ends. I have no intentions to write anything further. It's something to bring forth, especially in the current situation we're in. Thought, conversation. People either really love it, they're like, yeah, we need to kill everybody, or they're like, that's the worst idea I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's just something to generate a conversation, so it was an idea I had. People seem to like it, or seem to be absolutely grotesque by it, but it's a thought-provoking book.
And I'm definitely going to check it out, and I'm actually going to read it on here. Or go through it and change my page.
Well, okay, all right, interesting.
So people can see it and get a feel for what We do, and all that. And then we have Headshrinkers Presents number 3.
That's number 3, yeah. That's, those books, there are 4 stories in each book. Each book is either, each title in each book, it gets a little weird to say sometimes. 4 stories in each book. Each story is either a standalone story or it is an introduction to a title that will be spinning off into an ongoing series. It's kind of a throwback to the old Marvel Presents, whatever.
Yeah.
My story in number 3 is actually titled Glen Reaper. It's the story of if the Grim Reaper quit his job and came to Earth to live as a man.
That's awesome.
He was an angel. He refused to take sides in the battle of heaven, so he was not welcome into hell, and he was not welcome back to heaven after the war. And so he stood around in purgatory, and while he was out there, he was demanded to clear the battlefield of the dead, take the angels to whichever location they need to be. They need to go to heaven or hell, well, depending on what side of the war they were on. And while he was out there, then along comes man. Hey, you're out there, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
So he was a usher of souls. He was not death in my story. St. Michael's the angel of death. So he's just a taxi driver for souls, if you will. He gets sick of it. Everything that has ever lived and died, he has been a part of his life in the end. So he gets tired of death, so he decides to give it up. And he figures that if he can come to Earth and live as a man and live a good life, he might be able to win his way back to heaven. But he retains some of his abilities. So he kind of becomes a little bit of a superhero with a little darkness. Yeah, don't we all?
Yeah.
I think those are the best heroes.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of darkness, let's move on to our non-comic book subject of wrestling. At the beginning of this convention, we just got started talking about wrestling because we have a wrestler here named Bishop Stevens. I don't know if you know much about him. If you haven't seen him wrestle, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube about him. But
Ali Stevens. Or Atomic Dog.
Or Atomic Dog. You learned that very quickly. But I also played WWE 2K17 against him, so be sure to check that one out.
Who won again?
I did.
Once or twice?
We haven't played our second game yet.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll get to it today. We might be able to. We might be able to squeeze him in.
We might weasel out of the second one.
But what do you think about the current product of WWE? Let's start with Raw. What do you think about Raw?
It's big pooper. Raw's writing, I think they're just writing on the fact that they're Raw. They're mishandling a lot of talent, in my opinion. They are actually doing some cool things that I like with some talent, which seems weird. The name of Braun Strowman came up earlier.
Yes.
I love the enhancement talent.
Yep.
Build him up as a monster, unstoppable, and then eventually you're going to put him with somebody that's going to kick his face in.
Yep.
Of course, that's going to kill his credibility, but, you see how you play it.
Yeah.
I like that build. I think that the Bailey is getting lost in the women's division.
Yes.
I think the Bullet Club, the club, or Gallows and Anderson, they started when they began down that road of jokey ha-has and the doctors and all that stuff. That totally threw them off track. They should have had the straps on them within the first month that they were in the company, and they should not give them up until they are darn ready to.
Yep.
They are supposed to be these monsters that came over, sought after free agents from Japan, and they're just another tag team. Yep. And now them and
Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, they went after New Day. They got passed over. They went after Enzo and Cass, and now they're doing the job for those guys. I get it that Anderson and Gallows, they've been in the business for a long time. It doesn't hurt them to do the job. But they're too new in WWE. Not enough people know them, especially for Gallows. Festus needs to go over on people. He needs to be a beast. So that's my opinion with them. Kevin Owens, poor guy. He's perfect Universal Champion.
He is.
Kevin Owens, in my eyes, is not doing anything wrong. Unfortunately, he's being told what to do.
Exactly.
And that is hooking his wagon to Chris Jericho, which I like.
I like
but
it too.
now Jericho and List are outshining the Universal Champion.
Which, a piece of paper.
Yes.
Is outshining the champion, which is not
Right.
good.
He should not be wrestling every week. He should be an event when he comes out. It should be a big deal. They need to put a shine on him because the way it is, he wasn't the first choice to be champion.
Yeah. It was Balor.
Ben Balor, good champion. I'm cool
Very
with that.
good champion. Oh my gosh, I would have been totally okay with it.
Very. But Kevin Owens is a backup, perfect backup,
Setting up a match that
setting up a great match when Finn Balor comes
at
back.
WrestleMania. I cannot wait. It's going to be a rematch of Beast in the East. Last year.
Yeah.
Rematch of Beast
Yeah.
in the East.
That's a
whenever
good
Finn
point.
Balor won the championship.
So, yeah, from NXT, then they move him up. That's killer.
It's something that I would love to see with the women's Fatal 4-Way. But we probably won't see that for a long time until one, they get rid of the stupid brand split, or two, Becky comes to Raw.
I think they have to maintain the brand split. But you got to remember, they got the big four. SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor
Rumble.
Series.
Yep.
So the big four, they'll cross over. So you still could get 2 and
Yeah.
2 if they did Sasha, Charlotte, Becky, and I guess Bailey would be still in Raw,
Yeah.
unless you can get one of them to go over and do 2 and 2 for a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania.
Personally, I've always thought that Bailey would be better on SmackDown.
I think so.
I think
the competition is better there for it.
I think the faces on SmackDown are really lacking. Because you got Becky, you have Naomi,
Yeah.
and you have
She's getting lost in the shuffle very quick.
I guess, Natalia
I think it depends on her week.
or Nikki. Nikki might be the face of that.
She's
part.
quick. She's a part-timer now,
Exactly.
in my opinion.
She's probably until they bring someone over.
Yeah.
from Raw.
And
Maybe that's where Mickey James will go after she faces Asuka
could
at
be.
TakeOver.
I think it depends on how the match goes for her.
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on the reaction she gets. Yeah, I think there's a few things.
Or maybe that could be Asuka's part. Maybe she comes into the main roster.
Oh, that'd be nice. I'd
Maybe
love
she
to see
pulls.
Asuka.
Maybe she pulls a Kevin Owens. And
I hate saying it, but it's so cliche to say. I'd love to see like the old Orient Express get back together, and
Yeah.
you get like a faction of Asuka, Hideo. You get talk for me. Shinsuke.
Shinsuke, yeah.
You know.
And or you can get Ho Ho Lun in there too.
Oh,
if
please
you
don't
want
do
to.
that. Please don't. I go get him, ho ho, but that guy
No.
just sucks out loud.
Yeah.
He is so bad. I was amazed when he went over in the first round of CWC. I get it. They're probably trying to push the
Ibushi.
Chinese. Ibushi would be phenomenal.
Well,
If-
what you can do with that?
Corey Graves needs to stop with the man crush on Ibushi. Holy cow. He's one man. Settle down, Corey Graves.
I know, right?
It's Ibushi.
But that's like me wanting the New Day to bring in Sasha because they do all this stuff with them up there now, and the Wyatts somehow like come back to Raw or do something with the New Day, maybe for tag team supremacy.
I would just hope that the New Day would shut up.
Very true.
Do you need a 15-minute segment?
On
every-
booty? On these? No, you really don't.
Where did
Like,
you buy those?
I bought these at FYE.
Oh my god. You
And-
bought a $13 box of cereal.
It's real.
I know what's real, but you bought a $13 box of cereal.
Bought two of them. But it's for a good cause. One of them I'm eating very slowly. And then this one I'm going
You're
to get.
actually eating the bootios.
They're so good. They really are. Are you okay? And the other one I'm going to get signed by the New Day.
Okay.
Because they're my dad's favorite tag team, so I'm going to get them to sign it and put it next to his.
I'm down with that. That's
yeah.
cool.
That's the only reason why I bought 2 boxes. I know, man.
I just don't. My thing is, specifically with the New Day, Enzo and Cass are right behind them.
Yes, they are.
If you are going to do a pay-per-view, You don't cut a 15-minute promo in the middle.
You do not. You cut maybe
pay-per-views. Not even.
Not even.
Pay-per-views are to blow off feuds or to accelerate a feud. They're not for promos. You want to do promos, that is for Raw and SmackDown. Shut up. Get out there. You want to do a little bit of coming down the ramp. You don't need to take 10 minutes to get down the ramp. Say, hey, you do your introduction as Enzo and Cass. You hit all your lines. You're soft. Let's do the match.
Yeah.
Cutting promos in the middle, the way they do on pay-per-views, is so annoying.
Well,
and I don't need to see that big man gyrate that much. I mean,
I started watching wrestling, I think it was Survivor Series last year, so I've only been watching wrestling for about a year.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
You
need to go to school. So.
I do need to go to school. I was watching a lot of old stuff with my dad, and everything happened with Dad. So now I have to watch it by myself. It's kind of sad to watch it by myself, but I've been slowly watching like old Goldberg matches just to like see how freshen up on Goldberg.
The monster he was.
But I watched a couple of pay-per-views with my dad. I'm like, why aren't there no promos? Nothing. And then we watched, what was it? I think it was Fastlane, because they were doing this year's Fastlane.
All right.
And they were doing the promotion for the Edge and Christian show.
All right.
And Edge and Christian came out and did a promo, and then the New Day came out, and then Enzo and Cass came out, and I'm like, we don't need this?
No. That's why they're turning into WrestleMania being 4 and 5 hours long.
That's why they just announced today the Survivor Series is 4 hours long.
I saw that. That is ridiculous.
Well, you know why Survivor Series is 4 hours.
You got
see
3 Hell in the Cell matches. That cell's going to go up and down.
Yeah.
A couple times.
No, Survivor Series.
Oh, Survivor Series.
Hell in the Cell is just 3, and that's tonight.
Yeah.
But Survivor Series, you're going to get a 30-minute match with Goldberg and Brock Lesnar.
No.
You don't think Goldberg will go 30 minutes?
It might be a 30-minute match.
With a Paul Heyman promo at the beginning.
No, I don't think Paul will cut a promo.
Really?
No, because at that point, it's ass-whipping time.
Yeah.
There's no need to cut a promo.
That's very true.
But you're going to have the Lesnar entrance. Then you're going to have the Goldberg entrance. Then you're going to have the two of them circling each other for 5 minutes in the ring.
And then you're gonna have a little bit of things. They'll go somewhere in the building or something like that. Do something there. Like it won't be a false count anywhere match.
I don't think it'll leave the ring.
You don't think
it's too much of a special thing. It'll have to stay in front of the audience the whole time.
Maybe go outside the ring a little bit.
Maybe a little outside the ring. Yeah. Somebody will take a powder. You might get thrown into some stairs. I mean. I don't see Goldberg going through a table or anything like that. We're not going to get that kind of thing.
Lesnar goes through a table. He deserves it.
Not a Lesnar fan, huh?
No.
Really?
I was a Lesnar fan until he started doing drugs. I looked up to Lesnar.
Oh,
he was
with his UFC.
With his UFC. He was dominant in the UFC.
Oh, he's still dominant.
He's still dominant. He's a dominant human being.
Are we actually vacuuming the floor?
Are we vacuuming already? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's all styrofoam?
Yeah, it's all...
Okay. What it is, there's a sword seller. They have this book. And all their swords are in styrofoam. And I guess taking them in and out, there's pieces of styrofoam everywhere. So there's a vacuum in the background. So that's...
Apologies. But moving on from...
I've been a little against Lesnar since he beat the streak.
A lot of people have.
I love Paul.
I do too.
I would love to see Paul start a faction a little bit. See, back in the day in NWA, WCW, he was known as Paul. He was known as Paul E. Dangerously.
Yes.
He had the Dangerous Alliance.
Yes.
And at one time, one of the greatest alliances of all time, it had Stunning Steve Austin, Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
Larry Zbyszko.
Gotta love Larry.
And Bobby Eaton.
Yep.
Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Mm-hmm. And they were in a War Games match.
I've watched that match.
Against Sting, Luger, Barry Windham, and...
What's the last one? I can't remember.
Dustin Rhodes.
Yep. I think it was Dustin.
And it may not have been Luger. It may have been somebody else.
Yeah.
Because I thought to myself, when you look at that match, every person in it is either in the Hall of Fame
or going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Beautiful Bobby Eaton should have been in the Hall of Fame
Years ago.
10 years ago.
Yep.
But he's still wrestling.
Yeah.
For independence and this, that, and the other. So if he would quit and settle down, he'd be in. The Midnight Express, Hall of Fame. Period. Done. Over. I think
Dustin Rhodes would be in the Hall of Fame.
that's a sure one.
Everybody with that Rhodes clan is going to be there.
Ooh,
Dusty will.
Cody right now.
Cody will be in.
He will eventually come back to WWE.
He will.
He needs to make his own name for a while.
He does. He needs to get away from that Stardust gimmick, because that Stardust gimmick was the worst.
It was going back. At first, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, because he was like,
he was sort of lost himself.
And then once he started doing movies, he's going the route of like Cena.
Yeah,
he's trying to be Cena, and he can't be Cena.
No, nobody can. Cena is the poster boy. He's the golden child. Da-di-da-di-da. So it is what it is. Back to topic.
Yeah, back to topic. Sorry.
Find that match. I can't remember which one it was. It was War Games, 91 or 92.
It was 92.
Paul Heyman, Dangerous Alliance against the Stinger Army or the Stinger Crusaders. Is it the Sting Army? Yeah, something. Amazing.
Yeah.
Lots of color. Everybody's bleeding. Amazing match. And you can see what a great old school cage. 2 rings. Boom. Surrounded by steel. Phenomenal match. The modern day package is horrible because it is all about entertainment.
Yep.
No wrestling.
Yes.
Matches are too short. Matches tell no story.
Yep.
All the stories are told on the mic.
Yep.
And you get nothing. I miss old wrestling, I really do. I would love to see a company come back, have 3 cameras, have a standard, have a SmackDown. I don't know what's going on with SmackDown. It's just, I don't know. I feel like WWE in general is riding on the laurels of just, we are WWE, you're going to tune in. You know you are. You can say what you want, but we're going to do what we want to do.
Yeah.
They need something to shake them up big time.
And
I don't know what it is, because nobody's going to catch them.
You ain't going to beat TNA.
No.
Do you want to talk about TNA briefly?
Very briefly, you can. I like a lot of their
talent. We talked about this.
Yep. A lot of their talent. I huge fan of Drew Galloway.
Yeah.
Big fan. I loved him as Drew McIntyre. I thought he had a great gimmick. Bobby Lashley needs to go the way of Brock Lesnar, where he needs a mouthpiece, I think. Turn him into that just cyborg beast.
Well, you know what I've always wanted to see? I want to see Bobby Lashley show up on Raw when Brock shows up.
Ooh.
And challenges him. And then he says, but if I win, Paul's my guy now. Or something like that. Like after the match, Paul says, you know what, Brock, you lost to this nobody. I'm going to go make him a somebody.
Lashley was ECW champion.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody knows him.
Yeah.
He's legit.
But
those dudes
in the WWE, he's a nobody.
Yeah. He's
in ECW, he's a someone. Kind of.
Well, he was in the new ECW, I think.
Yeah, he's in the VCW.
So, I don't know, but I'm afraid TNA is due for more and more hard times. Mm-hmm. So, we just got to wait for another month to see what shakes out.
It's sad.
Lucha Underground.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Is
doing good things.
Very. And they just finally started doing house shows, too.
Did they?
Yep. They've announced where they're going to start doing a limited run. But that just shows you how they're growing. Yeah. TV product, now we're going to start growing outwards. And they don't take themselves seriously. Yeah. It is a TV show. Yeah. It is a TV show making wrestling. It's just... so... Then Ring of Honor. I really don't watch Ring of Honor.
I actually like Ring of Honor.
I do when I do get to watch it. The Briscoes were supposedly talking about it. And the big thing for me is I really enjoy watching NXT for the most part. My wife and I were talking about this not long ago. We would love to see a faction, a Four Horsemen-esque faction of Bobby Roode.
Ty Dillinger.
No.
No, really?
No.
Ooh.
Bobby Roode.
Okay.
The Revival.
Okay.
And then the fourth man, you could kind of float in and out. We were trying to think of a really good power guy, but it has to. Oh, I remember who is Sabatino.
Yeah. Or Sabatelli.
Sabatelli.
Tino Sabatelli, yeah.
Yeah, I think his actual name is Sabatino or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Tino,
I know. Yeah.
he would be the fourth because he's dude's chisel.
Or
Granite.
Or if something happens to Gargano, you could bring Ciampa.
No.
No? You don't think so?
I don't think he's got the. He's that wild Italian guy. Tino, I drive the nice car, and he backs because he lives that. Because he is that.
Yeah.
I've got the physique. I've got the money. I got the attitude. Him and Bobby Roode. Don't touch me.
But
Don't touch me.
Bobby Roode and Ty Dillinger.
I don't.
is great.
I would rather see Ty Dillinger with Dolph Ziggler.
So would I. Oh my
think
gosh, so would I.
I have that crazy, like, somebody challenges Dolph to a tag match. Anybody you want. Miz gets a partner. It's a challenge. And then you get anybody you want. And then you get the big behind the scenes. Do you know who your tag team partner is? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I already got him.
Is it good? Oh, yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Perfect. He's perfect partner for me. Well, in what way? Let's just say on a scale of 1 to 10.
He's a 10.
He's a 10. That's how you tease it.
Yeah.
And you go for it.
Yeah.
So,
I would love that.
yeah. So
I'm going to let you
yeah,
head home.
We're gonna finish wrapping up and we're gonna get rolling.
Well, it was great to meet you.
Oh,
this
it's a
weekend.
pleasure.
It really
Absolute
was.
pleasure. Thank you for the promotion.
No problem. Where can we find you on like social media?
We do www.headshrinkerspress.com.
Okay.
Headshrinkers Press is also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We might be Tumblr. I don't know. I myself am on Facebook, Landon Faulkner. And I also have a Twitter account. I think it's Landon Faulkner 1.
Yeah.
So you can look up my stuff. Look out for the next book coming out later this year. You can also see some samplers. And then if you want to get on there and listen to me randomly blur about dumb stuff, I'm
awesome.
So
it was great having you.
Thank you.
This has been a really fun weekend.
Absolutely.
Very interesting weekend. Santiago.
I make you smile, I make you laugh. What are you doing?
I can't do this. Okay. All right. So let's just end this. Thank you all. Santiago says goodbye. You say goodbye?
Goodbye.
See y'all.